Jordan, Tuesday, Lane here was talking about how impressed he was with the energy coming off of that week layoff at spring break. Have you seen that kind of carry over the past 2 days?
Yeah, I think the last two practices, this one including that we just had, and then on Tuesday, I think there's been a lot of energy. A lot of guys running around. We put on the shoulder pads. You hear a lot of hitting. It's just good to be able to see all the new guys coming along and adapting to the way we practice, and it's been fun.
Lane talked a lot about Dart's ability to kind of be a recruiter in a way and help get some of this new transfer class in. And did you see that as well? And also, did you kind of help in that in any way you could?
Yeah, for sure. During the recruiting, when the recruiting was open, a lot of the students weren't here on Christmas break and whatnot, and me and Dart, we were just, we were working our tails off trying to get guys, going from home to here, and JJ as well. JJ was helping out too. Just trying to build something special here, and it's fun to be able to see all that come together. With the recruiting portal opening back up and get back out there and do it all over again.
Jordan, you mentioned in your response to the first question, just watching the younger guys coming along. Is there anybody right now that's particularly impressing you?
Yeah, I think Norio has come along really well. Seeing him get out there and get in the flow of things, especially since he's supposed to be in high school right now. Adapting to college, it's not easy. Especially you're just getting thrown right into the fire. I think we have like a month or two of training, and then we're right into it. So seeing him, being able to spread his wings a little bit, it's been fun to watch.
Lane said, regarding Jackson, that he's somebody that people really want to follow. From your perspective, what is it about Jackson that makes him somebody that people want to follow?
I just think his toughness. I think that's something that a lot of people respect here, and just his willingness to not come out of the game. I know during the season you've seen a couple times where he was, might have been a little shaken up, and he wasn't coming out of the game at all. He didn't want to. And looking at that from a quarterback, it's like, if my quarterback can do it, I want to do it too. So, I think that's one of his greatest qualities is just being, super, super tough and, willing to stick it out.
Jordan, you referred to something special. I don't think it was the exact words that Jackson and Jared used Tuesday, but when you guys say that, are you referring to playoffs or bust for this season?
Yeah, I think that we set our expectations really, really high. We looked at it, and one of our mental health guys, he said something that stuck with me is that we're not a team yet. We're just a roster. We're just a group of names all on a list that play football at Ole Miss, but we're not a team yet. And and that means to us is that until we're a team, I don't think that we'll meet our expectations. But I think if we all just come together as one team instead of a roster, I think the sky's the limit. National championship, college football playoffs. So that's our expectations. But we have to become a team first.
You made a decision to return. For you personally, March, and then once fall camp and the season gets here, what for you are goals for you through this whole calendar year and season?
I think just the main goal for me is just to stay healthy. I've had a lot of injuries throughout my college career, and I think, I don't think I've ever played a full season like truly healthy. I've stuck it out and played in the games, but just haven't been healthy. So the main goal for me is to, just take care of my body and stay healthy.
I don't think he's doing much, but what have you seen, or just kind of the look of what Juice is going to be able to add to y'all's room?
You said who? I'm sorry.
Wells.
Oh yeah, Juice. He's a leader. He brings a lot of experience to the room. We got a lot of young guys in the room. Caden Lee, Norio, guys like that who haven't played a lot of football yet. And just having him around, being able to give advice. Just because he's not on the field right now doesn't mean that he's not impactful. And he's been a huge help to those guys and me and Trey, and help us lead that room. So,
Kind of coming off something that you answered a couple questions ago, talking about when Lane says, we have a really good roster, but not necessarily, a good or a great team yet. When around the time last year did you start to kind of see that this is going to be the team that it was going to become, and how did any of that thought process kind of start in the spring in any sort of way?
I think so. I think, we just, for me, I think we became a team last year, somewhere around fall camp. And I expect that, because we'll add a lot more guys in the summer. A couple guys, and around fall camp is when I think that we'll become a team, hopefully, and because fall camp's just the time to where it's just you guys. Nobody's on campus. You're here 24/7, and you get to really bond with a lot of the guys, and I think that's probably when we'll become a team.
Jordan, you talked about wanting to stay healthy as your primary goal. Is there anything you can do right now to help you achieve that? Have you changed anything from maybe how you've approached this time of year in years past?
Oh yeah, I think the biggest thing for me is just my diet. I've really changed my diet around. Watching what I eat and things like that. So, I think that had a huge impact on my injuries and things like that. So, but I've gained some weight. I think that was one of my goals as well, is just to gain a little bit of weight. So I'm probably about 200 pounds now, to where I was like 195 last season, and I think that'll help out a little bit too. But my diet is probably the main thing that I'm focusing on.
What's different about it? What have you changed your diet?
Yeah, just eating more healthy. Adding greens to my plate, making sure I have the right portion of proteins to greens and stuff like that. So, and that's truly helped. Me and Jackson we've really pushed each other on, our diets, just watching what we eat.
What's the toughest thing you've had to give up?
For me, now I was a big McDonald's guy, big McDonald's guy. And so I've had to cut that out of my diet. It's been tough. I don't think I've had McDonald's in like 3 months. So,
Kind of fun off the wall question. You opted in to the video game, or you plan to, or just your thoughts on players being able to be a part of that?
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I don't understand why you wouldn't want to be a part of something like that, just because it's, not every day you get a chance to, play as yourself in a video game. You can create a player, but that's, it's just better whenever you can download a roster and something like that, or turn on the video game and see yourself and play as yourself.
Kind
Had
of
a
going off.
rating in mind that you would give yourself?
You said what?
A rating?
I think if I'm not like a 90 or something right there, I think I would be, pretty upset. But like, I think the biggest thing for me is my speed. If I'm not like a 98 speed, 97 speed, I think I'm gonna be pretty mad.
I guess it's safe to assume you played the last game that was released for it, and if so, who was your go-to team?
My go-to team, I don't like to lose, so I think my go-to team was probably Bama. I was playing as Bama. They were pretty stacked, or Ohio State, one of the two.
And I guess around this time of year, have you made the time to fill out a tournament bracket, and if so, who's your go-to winner?
For basketball, March Madness?
Yeah.
I have not had the time to fill out a bracket yet, but I think for me, I got to go with the home roots. I think UK's got a good team, and I hate to say it, but I think Auburn's got a good chance too. So those will probably be my two, is Auburn and Kentucky. One of the two will probably win it, in my opinion. Thank you.